Hi, welcome to SPR Sports Picks. We are the odds couple. We come to you sportsbookreview.com. This is the college basketball odds couple show for Monday, February 27th. Mike Rinder, it's almost here.
I know it is.
March
I heard you had a very
Madness.
trying time over the weekend with the computer. Is
Oh,
that true?
yeah, computers.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, sure. No, but we're about some of the conference tournaments start today, and so we're about to get into March Madness.
It's here, buddy.
Okay, Mike Brenner, I have a few picks that I did see on the overnights that I think I'm going to give. I tweeted out 3 totals on Sunday. 2 of them cashed, 1 of them lost, but the third one was the one that was a loser. And I'm just worried that everyone saw my first 2 and didn't bet them, and then bet the third.
The third, yeah. Well, hey, you know what? That's nothing we can control, Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
It was one of those trying weekends for me as well. But what are you going to do? I know one thing: Michigan State sure stood up to the plate this weekend. I had tweeted that out.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
No, mine was good. It was just that was the last.
Like you said,
one
yeah. Well, I think that way too. Sometimes, like, damn it, they probably looked at the first 2 and decided I'm going to put it all. Yeah.
That's the way it goes. All right, so we got. Let's just quickly cover some of the marquee games, which I don't think are going to involve my picks. Well, maybe you have a pick on them. First one, West Virginia and Baylor. Obviously, West Virginia blasted Baylor earlier this year at home, and they opened it as a small underdog, and they've taken some money. We've seen it in recent days how that line movement doesn't mean much, but it's now down to pick 'em or +1. I don't know, man. Baylor in general is a team that I see as overvalued.
Overvalued. You've said that for a while, and I kind of agree there, Pete.
Maybe West Virginia's a value play again. What do you think?
I'm going with it. I'm taking West Virginia. I'm taking the dog. I think they're a dog anyway.
Well, yeah, they're pick 'em or +1.
All right, I'm going to take the +1 on the full game. I just think that they're going to wear them down, and I agree with you, Pete. I think Baylor's a little overvalued, and I think West Virginia's just too tough deep down.
Yeah.
I think their defense will really put it on the offense of Baylor. So I like it. I like the full game. I like it with confidence, so I'll take it with the +1.
Baylor's lost 4 in a row ATS, and West Virginia's also lost 3 in a row ATS, except that was because they were big favorites and not playing overvalued teams.
Yeah,
like
they normally don't cover big spreads, but I like them as a dog.
Yeah. All right, next one that's interesting, North Carolina, Virginia, also a team that, North Carolina really put it to Virginia. And Virginia's a quality team. We've seen that. Yeah. They were in the midst of kind of a 4-game ATS swoon in that one, though.
Bouncing out of it now, though.
And then they got one bounce back against NC State. And so the question is, what's up with Virginia, and is North Carolina going to blow them out again?
I think so. I think North Carolina's going to do the deal, and it's at Virginia, and I'm not worried about that. What was the full game line? What's the best shot line?
Well, it opened at about 1.5 or 2. Now it's up to 3.5.
Ooh.
Best line we could give would be 3.5 plus 101 at Pinnacle. But,
all right, I'm going to take North Carolina on the full game.
Okay.
Minus the 3.5.
All right.
I like it, Pete. Your thoughts on that?
I don't know exactly what to make of it. I agree. I generally agree with you on West Virginia for sure, and that's actually one that counts as a no balls pick for me.
Okay.
The North Carolina one. I'm not going to bet that one, but I'd probably lean Virginia just because,
I get
3.5.
I just think it's that time of year with conference tournament coming up. I think Roy Williams wants his squad to stay focused. They're looking really good. And Virginia, they're a very, very good defensive team, but their offense sputters and it's inconsistent. Now, against NC State, I don't think that's a good measuring stick because anybody and their mother's been blowing NC State out. I just think the experience and the depth of that bench is going to get it done, baby. I like it. Yeah.
And then the next one, which is also sort of a borderline play for me, is Oklahoma. Kansas is also an overvalued team, similar to Baylor, in my opinion. And Oklahoma's been playing kind of more competitively recently, a bit better recently. I'm thinking maybe Kansas is looking ahead to the postseason.
It could be, Pete. That's a lot of points. And if you check it out, they do not cover a lot of big spreads this year. And Oklahoma hasn't been getting blown out either. Lon Kruger, the coach, just got his 600 win the other day, Saturday. They blew out, I think it was, who was that?
Yeah, but they've covered 4 in a row.
Yeah,
they've gotten 4 nice covers in a row.
Kansas State, that's who they blew out. Kansas State over the weekend, they blew them out. I think Oklahoma's going to bring it. I'm going to be using them on a 3-team teaser, but I'll leave it at that. I'm not touching Kansas though.
Yeah, that is a tough one. All right, so
it's a lot of points, man.
Let me get to the picks that I kind of like. There's 3 or 4 of them that I think have some solid value, and then we'll finish up with.
Well, I still got one other play besides the teaser. Yeah, there's another marquee game that I like.
What's that?
I like Miami. I like the Hurricanes on the road. Pete, I think it's a good play. I think Larnaga's just got this team believing. All right, and I know the other team across the side of the bench. I mean, the floor has won some games in a row too. But I like Miami's momentum pouring into this. What's the best shop line on the full game?
I didn't. That didn't catch my eye as a marquee game because neither one is ranked. But they're both playing very well right now.
Exactly. That's why I say marquee game.
So who do you want?
I'm taking Miami on the full game. I think they're a dog.
+1 minus 108.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, my note on that one is I don't want to bet against either team right now. They're both playing very well. They're both been covering, and so I don't want to fade either of those teams right now.
Yeah, I went against Miami when they were on the road a couple days ago and got burned on that. So Miami proved to me they're not afraid to go on the road. And I think right now they really feel they got momentum in the ACC.
Right.
I'm pulling the trigger on that. Pull that trigger, Pistol.
All right, okay.
All right, now how about you? What do you got?
I think maybe my favorite play is going to be Appalachian State at home +4.
Yeah, they're getting 4,
yeah, Appalachian State has lost 3 in a row ATS, but they covered 3 out of 4 before that. And Louisiana Lafayette has been a bad bet over the past 10 games or so overall. And I think the spot favors Appalachian State.
Didn't they face each other once already?
I'm not exactly
No?
sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think so. But I'll have to look at it. But Appalachian State is I'm still 4. There's some 3.5s, but I'm going to take +4, -110.
That's official too, right?
I'll also throw on the first half.
Okay, why not? What the hell?
Then another one that I was liking that is going up a little bit, but not that much. Coastal Carolina. Again, I think that the spot favors them. They're coming off of ULM is coming off a road win at Appalachian State, which I think was a little bit of fluky. And Coastal Carolina is coming off of a home loss. I think the spot sets up for Coastal Carolina, so I'll take them first half and the full game. -6. Yeah.
Damn, Pistol.
And then let's see. And then the others are a little bit dicier.
Did you look at that Florida Gulf Coast game by any chance?
Yeah. I think
wanted to pull that trigger so damn bad.
Well, I was leaning on. I actually bet Stetson at 15.
Yeah, I was going to take Stetson, but I
Yeah.
almost pulled the trigger because I don't know, man. God.
Yeah, now it's down to 14.
Yeah.
That's one of my borderline plays. There's a lot of borderline plays, which I guess I could give. I don't know.
You got borderline, you got the leans, you got the
my borderline plays are Stetson would be one of them. Jacksonville I took at +5. Now that's down to 3.5 or 3 or even 2.5 at BetDSI.
Sharp on that
I'm not going to take it at that, but at +5 I thought
you
there was
beat
a
the
little
move.
value.
You beat the move, baby.
Oklahoma at 13.5 is a lean. Georgia Southern at +1 is that one.
Are they at home, right?
No, they're at Arkansas Little Rock, but that one I will give. I will give
All
Georgia
right, what
Southern
the hell? Pull that trigger, Pistol.
first half and full game at UALR. UALR has lost 4 in a row ATS, 6 out of the last 7
think
ATS.
that's going to continue then?
And Georgia Southern, they got beat by Arkansas State by double digits 2 days ago. So I think it might be a little bit of a bounce back spot. The line's a little bit. This is one of those games where the line is a little bit fishy, but not fishy enough for me to pull off. So I'll take that one. Those are 2 more plays for me. Oh yeah, and the other one that I forgot.
Yeah, the other one that he forgot.
Is
remember that one, right,
Dave? It
Dave?
can be NC Greensboro at home against Eastern Tennessee State. I took it at 3. There are mostly 2.5s, but the Chris books still have 3, and I will take that one first half and full game. NC Greensboro also lost their last game.
You're just pouring out confidence today. You had a good weekend?
These 4, I mean, I had some winners, some losers. Overall, like I said, at this time of year, I feel like my leans on sides are solid and, not locks, but 55%-ish.
Yeah, but now that magical month of February is almost over. Are you going to pour it into March or what?
March gets a little bit tricky because as I said, at the very end of the regular seasons, there can be some unique factors where teams are like, their motivation can change, when they're looking forward to the postseason. And then when you get into March Madness, the minor tournaments, I feel like I have a good read on, but they can be tricky. You have to do your deep research. And again, March Madness, of course, feel like I have a decent read on, but also can be tricky. So no, I do prefer February to March, but March is still pretty decent.
Okay.
So
My God.
I'm going to take NC Greensboro. I think the spot favors them. They also beat Eastern Tennessee State earlier in the year, and this is one game where I think that indicates to me that they'll repeat as a winner as opposed to
feeling that confidence today on them
all right,
small
so I'll take that one, and then let's see what else is a couple of other. All right, let's get to your teaser.
Yeah,
and
I've
then
got a
I'll
3-team
add on
teaser,
my
Pete.
other.
We're going to use a 6-point teaser on Bet Online. I'm going to start off with North Carolina.
Oof, I don't like that one at all.
I do,
all right,
buddy.
plus 2.5.
Yep,
That'll be your line there.
They're going to get the win out there.
All right.
West Virginia, I really like that.
West Virginia, that'll be plus 7.
Yep. And also, I'm going to take on top of that Oklahoma.
Okay, plus 19.5.
Jesus, I mean, that's too much for, I think.
Yeah.
I like it, Pete. I think North Carolina is going to show Virginia what they're really about this year. I think North Carolina is just too deep.
But they already, but the thing is, they already did show them.
I understand. But why not show them again?
Why not show
you
them
can't
again?
take a day off this far into the year. And I think Virginia's going to be playing a little desperate. I think they're going to come out with a lot of energy first half. I think Virginia's probably going to, establish the pace. But I think second half, I think it's just going to be all downhill and all Roy Williams.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So I guess I'll hold off on my leans for now. But I gave 4 plays. First half and total. First half and full game, and haven't had time to crunch the totals. But you know what that means, Mike Brenner.
That means you're going to be tweeting tonight because he will be crunching.
Or maybe we'll even just make a little video, in the corner of the garage or something.
We could do
and
that.
I'll give the picks on that. So
and again, you might have some computer issues later. So who knows what the hell you're going to be.
All right, Mike Brenner. So that wraps. Got
to throw a shout out to the guys out there. Come on, for real.
They
had a party for Ray Senior, and they took him to the Miami Heat game against, I forget who they played Saturday, but he sent me a video. I mean, the place was rocking. Miami Connection, you guys are the best, and happy birthday, Ray Senior, and moving on to another year.
Okay,
that's it.
Who did they play on Saturday? I'm trying to remember.
Was the Pacers?
Was it?
I think it was the Pacers.
I think that was one that I cashed on the under by a half point or something.
There you go. Yeah. See, you had something to do with it.
And I'll tell you this, Mike Brenner, there's a total on the NBA card that I'm liking today, so tune in for the NBA Odds Couple show that will be coming up in a few hours, right, Mike Brenner?
Don't miss it, and hashtag AskSBR, guys. Bet responsible.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.